You know, to you black folks who are telling other black folks that they shouldn't celebrate the 4th of July, get a life. I'm going to celebrate what I want to celebrate. I'm very proud of this country in which I come from. Very proud. And I'm going to celebrate its 250th birthday. Yes, I am. Oh, where were you during Juneteenth? I was out celebrating Juneteenth as well. I mean, because I am the controller of my destiny and I do what I want. I am a proud American. I am very conservative in my thoughts. I am going to stand by this country regardless of the fact I am not a victim. I know you love to live in the victimhood mindset and everybody is to blame for your ups. The white man, the government. Yeah, no. This country has given me everything that I have. The house, the family structure, everything that I have and that I hold sacred. This country, America, have created the atmosphere in which I can prosper. And I will never turn my back on it. Ever.
As a black man, though, I'm not sure if we should be celebrating 4th of July after we just come off a
Celebrate everything else?
No, we just came off a strong Juneteenth, understanding what it is.
So we got to make a stand of curving July 4th?
We are still American.
We got to curve July 4th now?
We not American?
But see, the problem with the history... Hold on. Answer the question the way I'm going to answer it. You relax. Check this out. 4th of July is the independence of America from Britain, right?
Is you American or not?
Where was you? Was you born
talking about? Man, you ain't kick no knowledge right there. What the fuck was that? Hold on for a second.
When America got its independence from Britain, black people still slaves.
That's not true. They got to stop with this narrative, man. What's going on, everybody? I appreciate you guys pulling up. We got to check out this video because these liberals, man, they crashing out big time, man. Willie D. I'm sad that we even got to cover this, but we do. We do. It is what it is. But these people got to stop with this narrative that black people were slaves during that time frame. Matter of fact, there was a plethora of people that were slaves during that time frame, not only here in this country, but in other nations all around the world. The first person to die in the Revolutionary War was Crispus Attucks, a black man, a free black man, I might add. And there was a plethora of free black folks during that time frame, a whole lot. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm so sick and tired of this narrative. These people need to pick up a daggone book, man. Seriously, pick up a book, read, educate yourself, man.
Seditious traitor who doesn't appreciate that there's no country where she came from that would give her the freedoms that she has here in the United States.
This brother is absolutely right.
Red, white, and Archie green.
We got a crazy liberal.
White, and Archie green.
We got a crazy racist liberal sitting here with Team LGBT.
You are pet for white supremacy.
Vulgar Black Lives Matter moron, communist, anti-American, seditious traitor who doesn't appreciate that there's no country where she came from that would give her the freedoms that she has here in the United States. And I will always fight against this. I will never stop fighting against these trashy Black Lives Matter communists.
Pet for white supremacy. A pet for white supremacy.
They're satanic.
You know what's crazy? That she's calling him a pet while you're out here pushing a socialist, Marxist, communist agenda given to you by your Democrat overlords. It is the craziest thing to me. Even this dude here, these are the people that will tell you or tell people like myself and this brother here, that, hey, we are, pet for white supremacists. He called the brother a Sambo and all these other types of things, right? All these derogatory terms because they can't actually refute the truth because they don't really know. And they actually can't refute this brother's stance, but they can ridicule, which I believe is rule number 5 of Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals, ridicule, because they can't refute the facts, but they can call you names. I'm sure we're going to hear a whole lot of that today. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
It's a pet for white
They're
supremacy.
satanic. They're satanic.
Wow. Absolutely wow. He said us as if he's one of them, as if when they wrote that Constitution, they were thinking about him. Absolutely incredible. And he has a Donald Trump shirt on. I mean, talk about swinging from Trump's disco balls. He is offended by a black woman protesting this current administration. And that is the way that he addresses it. Now, he acts like, he calls her trashy. He acts like she's the abomination, like she is such a horrible person.
That is abominable. I mean, it is. It's terrible behavior. The fact that she would call someone a pet is outrageous to me. It's ridiculous.
But he don't even know how to have a decent conversation without using profanity. This uncivilized mutt is one of the worst of the worst. And because of that, I actually got a song strictly for him. When you hear people say things like Black Americans can't have the same level or greater freedom anywhere else in the world, the goal for you should be to expand the definition of freedom beyond the legal blueprint.
The freest people in the world. You can't even, you could take the race out of it. Take the race out of it. The freest people in the world, the most wealthiest people as a collective in the world. I'm so tired of these people boohoo, whining and crying and complaining. I mean, Willie D, I don't know if he's, still a millionaire. I mean, obviously he was a rapper and him and the Ghetto Boys, I believe they went at least platinum, and I'm thinking they probably have a few gold. These aren't people, who, are destitute. They're not. But for whatever reason, the grievances. But then again, there's a lot of money in this.
Know about the Constitution. You've heard about the Constitution and how robust the Constitution protections are, right? But here's the deal. Freedom is also experienced through daily safety, economic mobility, social equity, and psychological peace. That's the part they don't get. Now,
who's stopping you from any of that? What he just mentioned, who's stopping anyone from achieving any of that other than yourself?
Correct me if I'm wrong. If you believe that Black people have that in this country, if you believe that we have daily safety,
yes,
economic mobility,
yes,
complete, not some, complete.
Yes, you do have complete economic mobility, but no one's going to grab your hand and walk you to the money. Life's about choices. Every day you wake up, you get a chance and a choice. Nobody's going to grab you by your hand and walk you to some money. But yes, you do have economic opportunity, upward mobility in this country. This is the one place that you could start off at the bottom 10%, definitely work your way to the middle class, and you could work your way to the top 1% if you have the talent and you're blessed enough. That is a fact. But the choice is yours. Nobody's in your way stopping you from doing something.
Economic mobility. If you believe that we have social equity and...
What is social equity? I don't even know what that means. What does social equity mean? Somebody in the comment section, answer to me what social equity. I've never heard that term before.
Psychological peace.
Psychological peace is a choice as well. You could choose to be up in arms if that's what you want. If you could choose to be upset and frustrated about things that did not happen to you, your parents, your grandparents, or your great-grandparents, you can choose. The choice is yours. But when you're listening to people like this and so many others, out there that are part of that, that race hustling, that race grifting crowd, they're a lot of the reason why you have people that don't have, what he just described as what do you call it? Psychological peace. They're the reason because they keep out no different than what the Obamas did. It was like, oh yeah, well, on the 4th of July, George Washington owned slaves. Yeah, and so did Anthony Johnson. And so did 3,400 other Black Americans in this nation. They own slaves as well. One of the largest slaveholders, in South Carolina was a Black man. What are we talking about? And what does that have to do with 2026?
Raise your hand. If we got all of that.
Yes.
Without interference, nobody's interfering. We can wake up every day and know that we have that and nobody is going to mess with it. Like it's not under attack by anybody.
It's not under attack. And you do have that. Now, that's not to say that you don't have to compete. Nobody's going to give you anything. And there are people out here trying to take your spot. They're showcasing that on a day-to-day basis. So you got to get out here and compete. Part of being a man is getting out knowing that you're going to get up every day and you're going to go out here and compete for yours. That's part of being a man.
We got that kind of peace. See, that's what Black people are enraged about. And this
Black folks aren't enraged, man. Are you kidding me?
Sambo, I know for a fact, he looked old enough to have experienced some racism in this country. So what I suspect is that he's one of those dudes who have been traumatized. He's been so traumatized that he's grown to accept the abuse. He has, because there are people out there that's like that. There are some people that say, you know what, save yourself. I'm just going to save myself. I don't care about everything that's going on. And I might get hit upside my head every now and then with it. But overall, I'd rather have this than that. A lot of them are resigned to that. A lot of those tap dancing Sambos are resigned to that.
46 years old, man. And I've been fortunate enough to not just travel the world, but I've lived on both coasts of this country. I've lived up north. I've lived down south, Pacific, you know, the Pacific Northwest. And what this dude's talking about, I just hadn't experienced. And I've worked in corporate America for 15 years. I hadn't experienced it. And I'm not saying that, you know, prejudice doesn't exist. I'm not saying that some form of racism don't exist, but it ain't blatant like that. And it probably hadn't been blatant like that in a very, very long time. But it's these people who make money by keeping these grievances up in your face. They make a lot of money doing this. And to be honest with you, telling people this, it doesn't help them. It actually does more harm. Because even though they're not actually experienced, and I'm sure Willie D doesn't experience, well, like the things that he's discussed, he ain't experienced none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude has been in an upper echelon class of people for quite some time. Come on, man.
For him to have a t-shirt on with a picture of Donald Trump, especially a t-shirt, a damn picture that big. Donald Trump covers the whole damn t-shirt. His face covers the whole t-shirt. For him to wear something like that, I can guarantee you if Trump said, hey, man, I like you. Come on by the house, man, you know. Do a little sucky ducky for me. I bet he'll do it. Really? I bet he'll do it. Let me tell you something, fam. The way that these dudes be glazing Trump, you know, I bet you a whole lot of them do it. I bet you. A lot of these dudes, they care more about Trump than they care about their own family. They care about Trump more than they care about themselves. I don't know what it is, what kind of spell Trump got on these people, but Trump got a spell on them. Like, even if you say, okay, I like Trump because of his way that he expressed himself. You know, he says what he means and he means what he says. He's not afraid to talk and say things. So I think what's happening is when these dudes get behind him like that, it's like maybe he's something that they wish that they could be. Maybe that's what it is. Like they wish that they could have that amount of freedom that he have. They wish that.
I can't take much more of this. I can't. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I tried. I couldn't. I can't listen to people like this, man. I'm not a victim. I'm a child of the king. Simple as that. And you got so many people out here that race hustle, that grift on keeping the grievances of Black folks from back in the day up in folks' face and keep you up in arms. I mean, it is outrageous that there's money to be made here. And those of us on this side of things, you know, that are conservatives who happen to be highly melanated people, a lot of us are supporting, you know, the agenda of the president, supporting the agenda of the Republican Party. And not to say that we agree with everything 100% wholeheartedly, because I don't think anybody agrees with everybody 100% wholeheartedly. But when you think about what happened last week, when the Supreme Court upheld the ability for, you know, states to say, hey, no men and women sports. You know, when you think about shutting down of the border, when you think about, you know, getting rid of, you know, these foolish policies that Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and so many people on the left have implemented that did more harm than help in our nation. And we're looking at the direction that these people want to take the nation. You look at the Democrat Party and it's a socialist communist party now. And it probably has always been that, but it's definitely that now. And those of us that understand history, those of us that understand what this looks like in the direction that they're headed and what that would look like for the masses if they ever actually got their way, anybody supporting these people are crazy. Now, I do find it weird that you have people, black folks out here, still supporting the Democrat Party when you have the internet and you have access to all the data and all the historical facts of who the Democrat Party is and who they have always been. The party of Jim Crow, the party of slavery. Let's go back. As much as they talk about slavery, they continue to support the party of slavery. Do they not understand that the Republican Party was created to abolish slavery? And there were a plethora of white people that lost their lives, put their lives on the line to abolish that. Now, I'm for certain that wasn't the only reason, but it did happen. When you think about the Revolutionary War, that's why I keep saying, like, these people need to pick up a book, man. There were so many free black people that fought, and there were so many black people that fought for the independence of this nation. You daggone right we should celebrate it. This is our country. And I'm glad that, Jim Jones and I'm not sure who the other brother, because I don't listen to their music, but I do remember Jim Jones. And these rappers are coming out like, are we not American? And if you're not American, what are you? And if you are that, you need to go over to wherever that is. Greatest nation to ever exist. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's without flaw. I'm not saying that, some of the things that happened in the past, didn't happen. I'm not saying those things. But for me, as someone that was born in the late 70s, I have experienced freedom and I have experienced upward mobility. And I've been afforded the opportunity to do whatever it is that I want to do, whether it was good or bad, because there was a time that I chose the negative route. And when I decided that I didn't want to live my life like that anymore, guess what I did? I made better choices. I made a better decision and I pivoted and things got better. There was nobody to stop. There was nobody to say, you can't do that because you did this already. I'm so tired of these people, man. I'm so tired of these people that continue to push this narrative, but they would hope that there's a bunch of people, because it's not just black folks. You got white liberals out there saying the same thing. You got liberals out there saying the same stupidity. We shouldn't be celebrating the 4th of July. We shouldn't be celebrating the greatness of our country. We shouldn't be, celebrating the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. We shouldn't be celebrating any of these things because these people want to destroy our nation. 250 years, the longest living constitution to ever exist on planet Earth. And you have a group of communists out there that want us to destroy our nation so that they can enslave the masses. And the sad part about it is you got too many people falling for it. They need to pick up a book, man. The advent of the internet is more for you learning a TikTok dance. Get out there and do some research. Go out there and check out wallbuilders.com and get an understanding of who this nation is and what it's about. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. And as always, keep God first, stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, he gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, fear can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. And the Lord hit my chest, kicked death from my breath, put power in my step.